Bon, bien, bonsoir tout le monde. Je m'appelle. Mon nom en ligne est Fat Jojo. Oh, well, on s'entend, j'ai commencé en français. Là, j'ai continué en anglais à partir de maintenant. So, good evening, everyone. The name is Fat Jojo, and I will be presenting you this game that I used to play when I was younger, but it was a much, much more different game called Seiken Densetsu 3. Nowadays known, remade today as Trials of Mana. So I'm gonna let the intro go for now. So as you can see, the introduction basically gives you a quick rundown of the story of the game.
Trials of Mana.
And I'll be playing with a gamepad there. So, for this game, what is interesting is that there's voice acting in it. So we always have the option of changing it to keep it in English, or we can put it in Japanese. I will say for this playthrough, I'll play it in English for now. I might change it to Japanese depending on how I feel later on. I know there's a character. There's actually two specific characters that I might just change it to Japanese because I'll be playing with them for this playthrough. If not, you can see all the different settings you can change there. For now, I'll keep the same settings. Yeah. Oh, something interesting as well. You can have the music of the remake, or the music from the SNES version of the game. And they do it for the whole soundtrack, so it's kind of interesting. But I'll leave it for remake for now. maybe I'll play with that when I get into different zones, so you can hear the differences between the two sounds. So when you change it to Japanese, it resets. The game does a soft reset. So, this is my second playthrough, like I said earlier, because I completed one playthrough with certain characters, but it's the kind of game where you might end up doing more than one playthrough. If you want to see the story of each character, then you can do every single game with one of the characters as the main character, and then you go on from that point. But us will be doing this on hard mode. Alright, so how the game goes is that you have 6 characters you can select from. So we have Duran, which is a fighter. They basically give you a quick rundown of what equipment they use. So you see he's using swords. His bio basically tells you his eye points and from where he is from. And you can see they give a small rundown on the background of the character as well. So we know that Duran is a young soldier from Valsina, the kingdom of the plains. And he's a skilled swordsman. We've got Angela, which is a mage, and as you can see, her weapon, bio, and home gives you enough information about the character, and they give you also more background about her. She's a mage, but she doesn't know how to use magic, and that is something we will go throughout this story. Then we have Kevin, who is basically, the best way to describe him is a half werewolf, and he's kind of a monk, so he fights with his fists. We've got Charlotte, who is, well, she's a priest, and yeah, she's usually one of the very important characters that you may pick in your party, because she's one of the only characters who learn healing spells right off the bat really fast. So she can be a vital addition to a party, especially if you're beginning the game and you want to learn how to play it. She can be really useful to the party in general. Akai is your resident non-edgy rogue. Fight with daggers, and yeah, he's a pretty chill dude. And then we've got Reese. Reese is an Amazon warrior. She fights with a spear, and she, in my opinion, she's one of the best characters. Well, in the original game, she was one of the best characters. In this game, I think they changed her a little bit. I kind of saw that through the first playthrough I did, and she's still a very strong character to have in a party. She's some sort of support fighter with spells that buffs or debuffs enemies. But for this playthrough, we'll be going with Charlotte as the main character. So, based on who you select as a main character, you will have a specific story going on for you in this game. So by picking Charlotte as the main character, this kind of dictates how the story will go and from which point of view we'll be seeing it. It also affects other things like the end game dungeon and the final boss of the game. As a second character, I'll be picking up Kevin. Another special thing about this game is that some characters share the same story. So, just to do a quick rundown, Duran and Angela shares a story, Kevin and Charlotte shares a story, and Akai and Reese share a story. So by picking two of the characters like that in your party, you are certain to be seeing all the aspect of that whole story of the two characters together. So on my first playthrough, I didn't have any. I didn't have any two characters that shared the same story. So I missed some bits of it. So now by playing those two characters, I'll be seeing the full story of these two. Meaning on the next playthrough, I won't need to take them as main characters. And now as a final character. So here I'm not too sure. I'm hesitating between Duran and Akai. I'll go with Duran because he's a strong character and he's pretty tough as well, so it will kind of complement the party, in my opinion there. I will be lacking some ranged spells. I'll have mostly warriors, melee fighters, but that's not a big deal. So here we start, and there's a little cinematic that starts when we begin with Charlotte. And yeah, there's a reason I took Japanese voice actors, is because she's insufferable in English. Like, if you look at the text, the way she speaks, that's how the voice actor speaks. You will, you'll read the text, like the subtitles, and the voice actor in English speaks the same way. So, I don't think I would be able to go through a full playthrough with her as a main character if it was in English. So that's why I selected Japanese voice acting.
シャルロット、大丈夫か？そうかい？どこか怪我でもしたのかと思ってびっくりしたよ。いつもの元気なシャルロットのようだね。司祭様、シャルロットのことでちょっと。
おお、ヒース。わしの孫、シャルロットがどうしたんじゃ？
最近、あまり元気がない様子。まだ幼く見えるとはいえ、エルフの血を引く15歳。霊の現象を敏感に感じ取っているのかもしれません。
As you see, things are happening now.
見たまえ、ヒース。マナの女神像が涙を流しておる。そして昨夜の湖の上に現れた光。
ええ、夜中だというのにまるで昼間のようなまばゆい光でした。あれは
わからぬ。じゃが最近のマナの変動と何か関係があるはずじゃ。 光は対岸のアストリアの村の方に消えた。すまぬが行って調べてきてはくれぬか。
はい、かしこまりました。それにジャゾの方からも邪悪な気配を感じます。念のため滝の洞窟には外部の者がウェンデルに入れぬよう結界を張っておきましょう。
もし危ないものだったらヒースが大変でち。あたちが守ってあげなくちゃ。
A white. You would think we're talking about like some undead creature, but no, we're talking about an actual light. Yeah, the voice actor speaks like that for the whole playthrough, so no. Alright, so now we have control of the character. So I can jump, I can roll, and she fights with nunchucks. Yeah, she's an interesting character to play with. So, basically you can have a look at the map here. So, the best thing to usually do is to go for the star. However, there could be treasure chests lying around. So exploring a little bit is always cool. And if you look, that was some money. So, keep on going. Finding stuff. So now you see there's a hint that popped up. That's because I found an item. And tell you what you can do with it. So I'll assign the candy like this. So I can quickly heal myself if I use a coin. Just like that. You can also talk with NPCs. As you can see, there's not much there. I think I ran around enough, so let's go outside. I won't lie, I like the way she runs. She does like the airplane run. Or the Naruto run. Hot chocolates. So, like I said, you can assign items like I did earlier. Another way is that you can go directly in the inventory and then assign item to the ring menu, which is something important later. You can also see your gear. So she has a flail. You can turn the character to have a better look at them. And you see abilities there. For now, we won't have a look at that. Moves. So she has a class strike. I'll explain that later on when I get into a fight. Training, I'll explain that later. Strategy is when I'll get other characters. An adventure log is pretty much the story you can check and other tips. So now let's go outside.
シャルロットさん行けません。今日は神殿の中にいてください。
話すでち。ヒースを助けに行くんでち。意地悪な親父でち。別の場所から出てやるでち。
So yeah, basically she cannot leave the temple today. So now she's trying to find a way of doing so. And let's see what will be the brilliant idea to do so. I go talk with that kid.
あ、シャルロットさん。ニックを男と見込んで相談でち。シャルロットをアストリアまで連れてってちょ。アストリアまで行きたいって？無理ですよ。途中の滝の洞窟には怖いモンスターがいっぱいいるから。 大人たちみたいに魔法が使えないと。まあ失礼なガキンチョですね。こう見えてもシャルロットはあんたみたいな本当のガキンチョと違って花も恥じらう15歳。ただ成長が普通の人よりちょこっと遅いだけでち。年上のお姉様の言うことが聞けないんですか？お仕置きでち。わかりましたよ。じゃあ今夜2階のテラスに来てください。とっておきの秘密の方法を試してみましょう。することないから夜までお昼寝するでち。
So let's go take a little nap. Oh, chest. That's actually a useful item, so we'll put it there. So let's see what kind of mischief these little kids will do to get out of that place tonight.
やったー、夜でち。
So I will override my first save. Oh yeah, I just remembered something. Because I pre-ordered the game, I had the Rabite adornment, which increased the XP I earn until level 10, which will come in useful. There it is.
シャルロットさん、こっちこっち。さあ下がっててください。これを誰にも見つからないように用意するのは大変だったんすから。じゃーん、これはバネクジャコといってですね、超すげえジャンプができるんですよ。どこで手に入れたかは秘密。生意気言ってるんじゃないでち。こんなもんでどうしようってんでちか。これを使えば大人たちに見つからずにアストリアまであっという間に行けるはずです。さあ急いで。見つかったら大目玉食らっちゃいますよ。それやー。お、いけねえ、失敗だ。嬉しいらね。
So we basically sent her to die, and he doesn't really care. But yeah, let's see where Charlotte will land. Oh, and look at that.
なんだなんだ、女の子。どうしよう。
So we get an early introduction with Kevin, but yeah. But there's something interesting, is that if Charlotte is in your party, you won't meet her like that. You'll meet her somewhere else. She's actually the only character that you don't meet in the usual manner. Since she's the main character there, it changes the beginning a little bit.
俺ここアストリアの宿屋平気か。
ごめんちゃい。
Oh yeah, Kevin also has a speech impediment when he speaks.
俺もう行く。外もう真夜中。ここで寝ていくといい。
こうしちゃいられまちゃん。早くヒースを探すでっち。
Alright, so now we are in an inn. So let's have a look at some things you can do there. As you see, there's a pot here. And the pots, you may use them to grow seeds. Seeds are drops from monsters. And that's actually an important mechanic in the game, much later on. So if you find seeds, it's extremely important to sow them. And you can sow up to 10 seeds at once. So usually the trick is to try to gather up to 10 seeds and then you sow them. And here, as you can see, I can save my game, I can rest until morning, or rest until evening. So yeah, there's a day and night cycle in the game, and there's also days of the week in the game. For now, the days of the week won't affect us much, but later on they'll have certain importance for certain mechanics in the game. So for now, we're in that little lakeside town. We have to find that other priest called Eth that we saw earlier. You can speak with some NPC. Oh, see, she says something important there. So the city of Jad, which is not too far from there, has been taken over by beastmen. And if we remember, Kevin is a beastman himself, so maybe he's related in a way with that attack. And this is basically a remake of an old school RPG, so that means you can go in people's house and steal their stuff. You see, some NPC will say useful things, others will say not too useful things. But yeah, it's worth it when you get into a town to walk around and look for stuff like I'm doing right now. You might find some loot. What we want the most are chests. I want these things. There we go. Oh yeah, something important in this game is that it will be for equipment, but I'll go over that later on. And we'll be coming back to this town later on also. For now we'll be doing the first part of our little quest of finding Eth. Let's go into the Rabite Forest. So yeah, what I like about the game is that the basic game and the SNES had a cutesy character and monster design. They kept that same cutesy design. Now it's a battle tutorial. So basically they show you how to fight, because it's a lot different. So you can evade things like that. See these things? So now that allows me to do a class strike. I think we went over through there. Something the game doesn't tell you about class strikes is that you're invincible while they happen, so that can sometimes save your life. Yeah, basically that way is towards Wendell. We don't want to go there yet. And yeah, the game gives you lots of hints. But yeah, look, it's quite a beautiful game, I think. It's pretty cute, pretty beautiful. I like it. Let's go that way. So when you are in a battle, you can actually run away. You see that circle around? You can, if you stay there and do that, you can run from the battle. However, I don't feel like running. Oh yeah. Chest. Yeah, she does a body slam. Yeah, the reason you see I'm fighting a little bit weirdly is because I'm used to higher level characters, so there are combos I cannot do yet. So I leveled up. So one of the things you can do when you level up, and that was the part I skipped earlier, was the training part. So when you click there, basically they tell you what you can gain from training. So as you see, you can put points, and there's the cost on the right hand side. You can see the cost. So if I put 2 points in strength, I would gain the mighty ability, which increased the damage of my power attacks. So like your heavy attacks, charge attack, and power slam. Sturdy basically increased the damage when I have higher hit points. And after spending 6 points, I would have a +5 to my base strength. Stamina is for hit points and defense. So there you can see I can get higher defense and more hit points. And stamina itself decrease damage you take from physical attacks. Intelligence. So there you see there's Close Call, which increase healing she does when an ally is at low hit points. Recovery, which increase healing you do on allies. And Intelligence. Intelligence affects the power of damaging spells. It doesn't affect the healing of your spells with her. Spirit. So as you see, Spirit here, by spending 2 points, I would gain an increase in my magical points of +5. And I would also gain healing light. However, as you see, it says something, you must obtain the requisite elemental's power. That's something we'll go through later on. An increasing spirit increase the strength of your healing spells, of certain kind of spells, your magic defense, and what else? Yeah, that's about it. It also, I think it also increased your maximum magical points, but that I kind of forgot about this. So yeah, as you see, these are skills. For her, for now there's no point in putting points in spirit, because yes, I would have higher MP, but I won't be able to cast that spell Healing Light. So I might go for something else. For this, let's say that I want Charlotte to be able to fend for herself a little bit, to be a little bit stronger. So I'll go for strength for now. So now I gained Mighty. So I can assign Mighty to these ability equipment slots. So now that we did a small run through there, let's go back to adventuring. Aha. So we have to head towards Chad where he's been attacked.
誰も信じてくれないけど、俺は見たんだ。変な光が湖の上空を飛んでるのを。きっと今夜も現れ。
So the strange light we've heard about earlier. But yeah, usually each map has a bunch of treasure chests, you may find them. And they usually have healing items, certain loot, sometimes equipment, but that's a little bit more, it's more rare. Yeah, I like exploring, so... Oh yeah, these urns, they're item urns. These green ones heal you. And sometimes you'll see purple ones, they increase your MP. So it allows you to stay longer into action while using these. The game focuses a lot on the small combats and the action. And usually, something that is important is that leveling. You usually try to be at the same level or a few levels higher than the enemies you're facing. Because at the same level, you know that you'll be taking, I would say, regular damage. At higher levels of play, there's some enemies and some spells or abilities they have that can actually just one-shot you. For now, it won't happen, but later on you'll see. And as you can see, the sun is setting slowly. Night is falling. Oh yeah. One thing I was sad about this game, and that's maybe my small complaint I have, but I do understand why they removed it, is that they were mimics. But they removed most of the mimics. Oh, something's happening with these spells.
なんだお前、こんなところで何をしている。
お前たちビーストキングダムの獣人だな。なぜこんなところに。
こいつウェンデルの神官だぞ。我々を見た以上このまま返すわけにはいかんな。ウェンデル侵攻の邪魔になる。
なんだって、そうはさせん。
なんだこのガキは。
なんでつかあんたさんたち。痛い話すでち。
シャルロット、やめろ。その子から手を離せ。シャルロット、もう大丈夫だよ。でもどうしてこんなところに。
あのね、シャルロットね。
何か来る。
怖いでち。
危ない。
So we're introduced to our first villain.
ホーリーボールの使い手の割にあっけないな。しかしなかなか高レベルの術者のようだ。こいつは思わぬ広いものをしたわい。
バカ！ヒースに何するでちか。
なんだこのチビは。引っ込んでろ。
突如現れたビーストキングダムの獣人たちとヒースを連れ去った謎の男。シャルロットの周りで
Oh, you
何
can
か
see
が
a
音を
chest
立
in
て
the
て動
background
き出
that
し
I
た。
missed. Have to go grab it. So meanwhile, in the city, that little kid that helped us get out is getting chewed on. The priest of light is like, oh my god, why did my granddaughter run away? So yeah, Charlotte is the only character that has a different beginning than all the other characters in a certain way, because normally the other characters arrive at Jad as the first city, so they are like in the midst of that Beastman invasion, but herself, she starts in Astoria. So it gives you a different point of view. So that's a little bit why I selected her as a first character. And frankly, I do not like Kevin's story. Like, it's the one character that I never enjoyed playing his storyline for some reason. Because it's pretty much like... It's like a dumber version of Goku. That's the best way of describing him. Anyways, now let's go to Cascade Cavern. Good thing is, it's just beside here. So if you guys remember, he said he was doing something with the cave, which is this. So yeah, basically Heath, when he left, made a barrier to prevent people from coming to the city. Alright, so... Oh yeah, hitting enemies from the back has higher chance of critical hits. It's not always easy. So I want to go get that chest that I missed earlier. Okay, it's up there. Oh yeah, for people who don't know me much, I am one of these person that is map challenged. So I have a poor sense of direction. I can easily get lost in real life and in games. So the fact that I have a map there is really helpful. So we went there, we got that chest, but we cannot do anything. Back in Astoria. Not much we can do here. So let's go speak with these guys. Wishful thinking, hoping that the barrier simply disappears. Now I've reached a point where everyone's stories reach about that point. So getting to the city. Oh yeah, true. I got a few seeds, but I'll wait until I get like 10 of them. So I will rest until, let's say, morning. So sleeping at an inn, like any old school RPG, fully heals you. Oh, a cutscene. So let's follow the light.
フラフラでっち、どこに行くんですかね。
Yeah, most fights can be avoided, but not all of them. Oh.
大丈夫。あなたは？
シャルロットのお名前はシャルロットちゃんでち。おねんねしてたらピカピカ見えたでち。
この際しょうがないわね。よし、あなたに決めた。
何？
こっちのお話。ねえ、お願い。私をウェンデルの光の司祭様のところに連れて行って。私にはもうこれ以上飛ぶ力が残っていないの。
あれま、おじいちゃんにようでちか？わかりました。シャルロットにどーんと任せるでち。アストリアの方でち、何事？
私はあなたの中に入り込んで休ませてもらうね。しばらく姿が見えなくなるけど心配しないで。ほら、早くアストリアに行ってみましょう。
ギョエ、頭の中で声がするでち。
早く。
わかったでち。
So now we found the little source of the light, which was that fairy.
ありがとう。あなたは光の司祭様と一緒に住んでいるのね。
So let's go back to Astoria. It was like an explosion or something that way. Alright, let's see what happened here. Oh.
一体何が。みんなはビースト兵に襲われたようね。ひどいことは。一刻も早くウェンデルの光の司祭様にこのことをお知らせしなければ。ウェンデルが危ない。
So yeah, the city got attacked by the Beastmans. Did they kill everyone? Most likely. Will the game tell you that? Never. Now we're just looting their village. Does that make us a bad guy? Not really. That's what adventurers do. But yeah, I'm mostly doing this for the item seeds. These are really useful. Hey, $100. So, and yeah, money is important in that game. There's something else I need to check here. Yeah, this one I come back later here. I think the place has been looted out. Time to get out. Another thing is that when you change map, like I'm doing, there is some loading time compared to the base game. However, it's not that bad compared to certain other games where you have like a few minutes of loading time. And maps are big enough to say that you won't be always loading. Now let's try to go again through that cave. Ah, but look who's there.
滝の洞窟入れない。
それなら
Actually,
フェアリーが入れるようにしてくれる。そうか。オイラもゆうべ森の中で光見た。あれがフェアリーだったか。お前もウェンデルに行くところか。オイラもセイとウェンデル行きたい。
oh yeah, with Charlotte, what happened is that when you saw, remember when she fell from the sky? She will always fall on the second party member that you selected. And then when you go through, she will meet the second party member at this point. So that's something we could do. I could do the flashback sequence of Kevin, so you would see his whole backstory from the beginning. I will do it, because then it will allow you to understand Kevin's backstory a little bit more. So there pretty much I will just rush through it.
かつて獣人たちは
人間たちから迫害され、いつしかこの夜だけの森、月夜の森に隠れ住むようになっていった。だがここに一人の獣人が立ち上がった。獣人王。彼は獣人たちの国家ビーストキングダムを建国し、いつの日か人間界に復讐すべく機会を伺っていた。
Hey, look who's back.
これは獣人王様。本日もご機嫌麗しゅう。いよいよ人間どもに復讐する時がやってまいりました。世界はマナの変動によって大きく動き始めております。今がチャンスですよ。
I really like the way Gorman moves
お前
like a
何
puppet.
者だ。申し遅れました。私は死を喰らう男と呼ばれております。人間どもへの復讐というところで目的は一つ。及ばずながらお手伝いさせていただきます。
よそ者の力はいらん。むせろ。
お助け。わかりましたよ。もしお気持ちが変わって私に闇の呪法の力が必要になったらまた参ります。
待て。お前にチャンスをやろう。
さすがは獣人王様。何なりとお申し付けください。必ずやご期待に沿うことで。
Like if you remember, I think his name in English is Snake Tongue in Lords of the Ring. That guy is pretty much this guy. And for my French or and of the people who speak French, it would be Langue de Vipère.
ビーストキングダム、獣人王の息子ケビン。獣人王と普通の人間だった母親の間に生まれたが、その母も幼かったケビンを置いて去ってしまった。子供心に深い傷を負ってしまったケビンは心を塞いだまま獣人王の後見者たるべく冷徹な戦闘マシーンとして鍛えられていく。ところがそんなケビンも森で母ウルフに死なれ一人ぼっちになったチビウルフカールとの出会いで優しさと愛に目覚め始めていた。
カール、よく眠ったか。カール、それ犬の鳴き方。お前チビだけど誇り高きウルフ。ウルフの鳴き方こう。カールとオイラよく似てる。お前ウルフなのに犬みたい。オイラ獣人なのに人間の血流れてる。それに二人とも母さんいない。大丈夫カール、大切な友達。お前の母さんの分までオイラカール守ってやる。カール、どうした？
Oh yeah, something the game I didn't do. You have a targeting mode. So killed his best friend, pretty much.
突然湧き上がった野生の血。獣人に変身したケビンはカールを手にかけてしまった。カールとよく行った思い出の花畑に小さなお墓を作り、悲しみに暮れるケビン。
ごめんよ、カール。ごめんよ。
In the base game, Kevin was one of the strongest character, but I was never compelled much by his story.
それからどれぐらい森をさまよったろうか。いつの間にかビーストキングダム城に戻り着き、ただ佇むばかりであった。
オイラ、カール、守ってやれなかっただけでなく、この手でカールを。オイラに流れる獣人の血。オイラはなぜ、オイラはあの時獣人に。獣人王なら何か知ってるかも。
So yeah, with him, there's no point in looting since I'm in a flashback, so the items I'll find won't be added. See, they're already talking about invading the human world. Let's go see the king. If we can find him. So, they're already talking about Gourmand. Uh-huh.
獣人王様の命により我ら獣人軍これより人間界に侵攻を開始する。最初の目標は生と縁で、今まで人間たちに虐げられた恨み、今こそ晴らさん。人間たちの心の拠り所である生と縁で真っ先に叩き、人間たちに精神的ダメージを与えてやれ。 ケビン、よく聞け。我々親衛隊が城塞都市ジャド、そして生徒ウェンデルを落とす。どうだケビン、獣人王様はお前じゃなく、この俺ルガーを人間界信仰の隊長にお選びになった。お前じゃ頼りにならんとさ。
As you can see, they're setting up the invasion to the human kingdom.
この壁の向こう、話し声聞こえる。この声は。
ご苦労であった。死を食らう男よ。
そりゃあもう獣人王様のご命令ですから。いかがでしょう、私め闇の地方の力は。
たかが子供の狼一匹凶暴化させてケビンを襲わせただけではないか。まあよい。予定通りケビンの野生を引き出せたからな。これで奴もより冷徹な戦闘マシーンとして完成していくことだろう。お前はもう帰っていいぞ。
え？そんな獣人王様！ケビンか。待て、
ケビン。いい目だ。その憎しみ、己の体内を駆け巡る血の熱さ、忘れるなよ。バカ、頭を冷やしてこい。おい、死を食らう男とか言ったな。
へえ、ここにおりますです。
ケビンをお前に任せる。
So as you see, the Beastman King pretty much want to turn his son into a full Beastman. So he's trying to like push challenges upon him. So yeah, Kevin pretty much get his ass kicked at the beginning. So yeah, in this part we can pretty much oh yeah, something interesting about Kevin is that during the night he turns into a werewolf. It makes him hit much harder.
お助け。私は獣人王様の追いつけで仕方なく。お待ちください。こうしてあなたの後を追いかけてきたのは、お詫びにカールさんを生き返らせる方法をお教えしようと。 ィーストキングダムの皆さん、生徒ウェンデルへ進行なさるようですが、ウェンデルの光の司祭、こいつなら生き返らせる方法を知っていると。
嘘をつけ。
いや、本当ですってば。でもお急ぎにならないと、ルガーさんたちが先ほど出発されましたから、先に司祭は殺されてしま
Yeah,
うかも。
Gorman is a master manipulator. Wow, the scheme of that
どっ
story.
ち。
ほほほほ、こちらでございます。この月夜の森を進み、ミントスの村から海沿いに道なき道を行けば、城塞都市ジャドに出ます。ジャドからならウェンデルも比較的近いですよ。さあ急がないと、ルガーさんたちより先にウェンデルにたどり着けませんよ。彼らに見つからないように。
What I like about his voice actor in Japanese,
こうしているところを見つけ
at
ら
the
れ、
beginning, if you listen to the voice,
では私
he had
は
like
失
a
礼しますよ。
he had like that kind of intonation that he's not really to be taken seriously, but as you saw, he had a more serious and dark tone, which makes him an interesting villain.
ウェンデルの光の司祭に生き返りの方法聞いてくるから。オイラの大事な友達カール、囚人を。あんなやつ父さんじゃない。だから母さん逃げ出した。母さんどこかで生きているだろうか。会いたい。
ケビンは心の底から父獣人王を憎んだ。同時に大切な友カールを手にかけた自身の獣人の血を呪った。生徒ウェンデルへ侵攻を開始した獣人たち、光の司祭にあってカールの命を取り戻すべく、ケビンもまたウェンデルを目指す。
Just to tell you guys, that part where you see him swim, he actually swims to Jad. It's like another continent. He basically, if you choose him as the main character, you actually see him swim from like that place, from Mintus, the city they were in, to that other continent. It's kind of crazy.
この先滝の洞窟モンスターいる。オイラお前力合わせる。一緒に行こう。オイラケビン。
So now we have two party members, and we're just outside that cave. So, I think before I continue, I will most likely end the stream here. I hope you guys had fun, and next time we'll take on from that position. So see you guys later.